Hello, and welcome to the Humble Seer. So, someone asked about Princess Diana and her death, and they were implying that the monarchy or the Queen and Charles and everyone had something to do with her death, but I don't see that. I see it as what it was: being chased and the car crashing. I don't see any more than I don't see the Queen saying get rid of this person. I don't see Charles saying get rid of this person. I don't see that. I just see a tragedy that they were being chased and it ended in tragedy. And these things can happen. There's rumors that the monarchy, the Queen, had something to do with it. I just don't. She didn't have. I don't see that. They were just as shocked as anybody else, and those boys suffered greatly for it. It destroyed them. It destroyed her sons, Princess Diana's sons. But as far as there being like the car being controlled and just it going it being controlled and crashing and all of that, I don't see that. I'm not saying that those things don't exist, because I do see that as things that are out there in the world where cars can be controlled and things. I do see that. But in this situation with Princess Diana, and I think Dodi Fayed was the person she was dating, I don't see it. It destroyed families. That's what I see. So why don't we, while we're at it, why don't we pull some cards? Let's pull a card on her relationship with Dodi Fayed, because I'm just curious now that I'm out here, right, talking about this. Let's pull a card and do the traditional, reading on their overall, how Princess Diana viewed Dodi and how Dodi viewed her. Let's do that. But as far as there being foul play in her death, no. Just eager people, thirsty, stupid people. And I see the driver not having his wits about him, not focused properly. Maybe there could have been substances that he had in his system, something that caused him to not be able to handle that car and do that high speed business. He wasn't equipped to do that. He was not able to handle that vehicle in that kind of way. He just didn't have the training, or he just didn't show up the day that training was available, or he just wasn't any good at it if there was training. But I don't see him being a person that could handle that. It's just like everything that could take place in that short amount of time happened. It's like everything came together in a way. They were driving, the driver was not prepared for that particular type of driving, chase sort of thing, other things. So it's just like everything came together to create what happened. All right, so let's go back to her relationship. All right, so we're gonna pull an overall, and I feel that he truly adored her, and I feel that she was able to be herself. He just really cared for her a great deal. There was a lot of, he just adored her. Okay, so their overall was the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is about, it's about birth of a girl. I feel there was a child. She was going to have his child. Fertility, yeah. Pure intentions, food and drink, progress, new love. That's what it was. There was love there. They were in love. And she was going to have his child. I don't know if there may have been rumors about that, but that's true. She was pregnant with his child. excuse me. But the overall was, she was fertile. There were pure intentions, party, food, and drink, progress, new love, potential. There was potential. They would have had probably been married. Okay, this is how she viewed him. And she viewed Dodi Fayed as the King of Wands. Hopefully I said Ace of Cups there and the King of Wands here. Because I've been known to pull cards and not say the right thing, but I'm the Humble Seer. Doesn't matter. I don't need cards to do the reading. Okay. So the King of Wands is innovative. They're business-minded, authority. They're an extremist, center stage. They're very active and cutting edge, and they take charge. And that's how she viewed him. He was a man. He was like a man's man. He was just very masculine and she just loved that about him. He took charge. Right? And that's the last, takes charge. And he saw her, Dodi Fayed saw her, Princess Diana, as Temperance, also the love of his life and the best thing that ever happened to him. But Temperance is somebody that has a lot of patience. They're content. They're at peace. End of conflict. And that conflict would have been the monarchy, that family. There was conflict. And these cards are going to be even with one another because it was a very harmonious relationship, is what I'm hearing. And there was a lot of respect for one another. There was a lot of respect. Let's pull a card since the person asked about, okay, so there's the Ace of Swords, about that accident, okay? And I want to know about the driver. So the first card, which was down, and I felt compelled to get it, we're going to learn a little bit about that driver, okay? Oh, goodness, I can't, these cards are just like coming out all, you see this? All right, let's do a little more shuffling and see what we get. And this, I saw the Nine of Swords, but he has sleepless nights. I don't know if this person lived or... okay, and then here. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is about cuts, operations, cesarean. I don't know if this person lived, but I feel like they lived. They survived the accident and they were cut and just badly, but the Ace of Swords is cuts, operations, cesarean, force, drive, excess, things moving quickly, medical treatment, things taking shape. And that's about him. And so, medical treatment he would have needed. I know Diana needed medical treatment at the time. I think she was still alive at the time. Force, drive, excess. I mean, this is just describing this person, okay? And then we have the High Priestess. And I just go back to this person was not equipped to drive that car at that, And then there's mystery, retreat, and reflect. This is the High Priestess. And now the High Priestess is about somebody that can predict things, like myself. But for the purposes of this reading, the High Priestess, what I'm going to pull out of that is retreat and reflect, is what this person did. If they survived, which I feel they did, but I don't know. But if they did, they came out, the Ace of Swords, bruised and, cut up and whatnot. And then they retreated. Because, they kill people. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Very interesting read. Very, very sad reading. But there was love. And I'm hearing that Diana had that love for the first time in her life. And see, you just never know who you're going to fall in love with. You may fall in love with somebody who's a different race than you, you're 10 times taller, and they're, maybe you're dating a shorter man. Maybe he's 20 years younger than you. Love finds you period, no matter what. It's not looking for your age. It's not looking for your height or your color. It just loves what it loves. And a lot of people are in marriages where they're not in love with the person, which is why there's so many people that divorce or they have affairs and whatnot. When you accept and the person that you truly love and that you know is the one, because you usually do know, you're just going to go with it, and you're going to feel the way Dodi Fayed felt about Princess Diana and how she felt about him. And she wasn't, if you listen to my other reading about Charles and Diana, she was bossy with Charles, not with Dodi. You wouldn't have been able to boss him because, again, he was a man's man. He was a businessman. He was a strong man. And you weren't going to pull that off. But she respected him. She didn't respect Charles. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by the Humble Seer. Please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and leave a comment below. And if you like what I do, consider buying me a coffee. And that will be in the description box below. Until next time, you take good care. Bye.